Okay. All right. Good late AM. Good late AM, everyone. This is Michael Venezia, head trader. Let me make sure I'm properly sharing. Hold on a second. I am the head trader. I'm definitely not the head tech guy at TradeView Markets. It's a busy morning as we had Microsoft coming out with earnings, Google coming out with earnings. Now crude oil starting to go up. There's a lot of stuff going on right now. If you got to pardon me, like Egg puts on some trades here. What's going on? Okay, let me log into TradeGATEHub. Look, the reason why there's a lot going on, let me get real time, is this FRC is coming out with news moving the banks. You know, this FRC is fine. I believe the news that's out literally right now, and I'll show you what I look for when I talk about this as I sign into TradeGATEHub. I'll share my screen. Is exactly what I do. If I see news coming out, you want the news on this FRC. You want them to go under, get it over, as the other ones could start basing a little bit. What is the news? Here's my share. Here's my main screen. Can you see this? Hopefully, this is my screen for news. What's going on? VIX lows, Lucid spike on volume. And the thing that I went before I got on here, Lucid spiked on volume, and I have a large amount of Lucid, a large amount of Ribbon. And before I came on air, the stock was 1168, and I sold some at 1120. And trust me, where am I? Ribbon. I still have I still have like 20,000 shares, I believe. I had like 50, 60,000. I had 20,000 shares left on Ribbon, so I'll take it. You know what I mean? 60, that's a big move for me. Matter of fact, I sold some a little bit too early, so that's why I was looking at other things. Okay, get big. I'll look at my screen right now. This one's are Boston Scientific came out with earnings. Let's see what happens there. Juniper, nice trade, Mike V. D-Dog, tag along. D-Dog and Snow tag along with Microsoft. This D-Dog, I had it overnight and I sold it last night at like 68. Stock went, opened at 67. Fine. I turned around, it was 72. I said, screw this. Well, listen, I'm being facetious. I didn't just say that and throw a dart. You never just do something to just say it's up too high. Believe me, in the earlier part of my career, somehow I got away with it because I was able to read the bids and ask a little bit more because they were controlled. Oh, here it is. This is why Fisker, this is the one that's moving. That's bringing up the sector. Fisker having a huge day. Volume, good range, price action, and just as our boss Tim was coming on here, or right here, the opening range breakout, the stock had a huge open, closed at 490, open at 538. I consider that a big move. What is that? 10%? Yeah, that's 6%. Gave the people that had it a dip in the rip. Once it never broke the new low, this was the trade, and the stock had price action, good range, and volume. And line study, this is the trend line right here. You could have went here, boom, another trend line, and line study, trend line, boom. So this is really where you wanted to focus on this Fisker around. Come on, around what area is this? What are you doing to me? Fisker around the 539, it broke that plane. That's probably where it started to come with the volume when people started 548. Certainly for those that were a little shy, there was a lot to do today. I get it, but this one was out there with news that wanted to buy the break high, which was 560. They broke it high. They came back down to the previous break high that people like, oh no, and then it went from there. And that's a nice trading stock, and that's the reason why the other ones went up. Lucid, this Lucid was in the hopper. Lucid right back down. Look at this thing, 780. Where's Ribbon? Oh, killed me. 20,000. See it? Thank God I came back. 20,000 shares left. That just cost me 6,000. But I sold the most of it before and air. Next, I have a little piece of it. Maybe where there's smoke, where there's fire. But we'll move on. And I did see the news, and it was right here, my news screen. Okay, what else do I look at? I look at this, my Twitter feed. You share Twitter feed. What's everybody doing? Coach already. I'm not even. I barely even lost my breath yet, and Coach is already saying, "Oh, TradeGATEHub, the marketing team." I appreciate that. So, Ribbon bullish. Morning rundown via Goldman. I'll give it to you later. Things are ripping. SPY bullish. Key Corp. They read it. They're buy fishing Key. Pardon me. I have no interest. I need a little bit more juice in the punch bowl. Here's Key. I did see something else here. The first bank stock to take any. Ooh, look at that! I did sell the ribbon. I'll show you what I'm looking at again. This stock, Key Corp, but this is the one that started taking some VLNY. Was that it? VLY, Valley National Bank. This one started taking a ton of option volume. That, as you could see, as opposed to the other ones, it came down in like waves, if you will, and then stabilized. It didn't really jerk around to, it tried to stabilize. These puts in Valley National were going out to, I believe, June. I'll edify that afterwards. But talking about bank stocks and any of them that, listen, they're a lotto plays. I lost on the FRC lotto play, but it was a lotto play. That's why they call it. Barbie again. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. So Valley National, keep your eye on it. Keep Corp, as I just said before, going back to the chart, option play, and they're going to May. Not interested. Riven, 1230. I sold it on a niner. Maybe we'll buy it back at the 1215 area, but it's still negative. It's a dog. I don't even know if I want it anymore. Nevada, August calls. All right. Interesting. Pardon me, Nevada, August calls. Got to write that down. Riven, April, not interested. They're taking advantage of see this Riven? They took advantage of the squeeze, and that's about it. The short dated calls, instead of buying 20,000 Riven, pardon me, and try to make 8 to 10%, they go into the calls and they try to make 50%, 100%. Not the hiccups. Oh boy, that's very rare. XP, Com, not interested. Microsoft, they're obviously backing that. Actually, August, they're doubling down. VVIX. The VIX went negative. That was it. There's the rounded head and shoulder coming down to support at 91.12. The VIX is what I see here. The VIX really doesn't make any moves mid-afternoon, sans news. So here's the VIX right now. As I look at the chart, tried to bounce a little bit. Where's the yesterday's low on the VIX? I'm going lean and mean. I apologize. The yesterday's VIX low, or where it opened, is 39.20. We're not even there. This might have, well, this is, on a 4-minute chart, if you're going by minutes, this is the support right here on the VIX. So maybe you want to take some profits, or maybe initiate a short. I'm not saying it's over, but I can understand where the market is ripping. We have wall here. Wall, nice trade might be. What else is moving up? Retailers, Zoom, Chewy, Juniper, could have been someone. PACW, that gave you the hint. Where's US Bank Corp? US Bank Corp showing nothing. Let's see, US Bank Corp. It's too big to move. As opposed to this other one. Remember I showed you the chart on the VLY? That's better. You know what I mean? This US Bank Corp. I bought it. I had it this morning. I took it overnight as a contra trade. I admit it. But you know what? I admit when I'm wrong. Where's the freaking, I think I sold, here it is. US Bank Corp. I sold it all at the open, 31.60. I was wrong. Didn't open up. Went to 31.30. Could have made 20 cents in it, but I've been waiting in US Bank Corp for freaking 2 hours when there's other sexier things moving. If it didn't pop on some type of binary news, I'm not interested in building a position in this type of stock. You know what I mean? I did point out the Valley National calls. I did that, but that's about it. Tech ripping. What's going up now? Got to follow this one on my Twitter feed, large void buy. It shows you all the pops. Instead of having your own thing, let's lose it. Go back up to the freaking bastard. Loose it's back to 750. No, where's my Riven? You know what? I don't even like it. Came back a little bit. 1209. When I bought more Riven at 1209, is it pulled back? Maybe at the gap, 1211. But I've been up 5 cents. The stock ripped and it's really a dog. So I wouldn't have added to it. I'm going to watch it. I'm glad I got out of as you can see here. Hold on. My average price is 1213. So I've had a lot of it. So I'm sitting in a lot of Riven from 1170 to 12, basically 1230. Do the math at 60 cents. I actually is taking, it's a lot. Man. I'm glad I got out of it. I have to be alert. You know what I mean? Next, as we say, right, Paul? ES 90. This is the line in the sand on the ES 4090 or 4070. We'll get into that in a second. EUV test, spies bullish. Okay, let's get back to TradeGATEHub. TGH, as we say. We pulling back at all? Wall. Should I sell this? Hold on. I could have sold it at 39 wall. Fuck. Halliburton coming back to the family. Schlumberger could have had it. Schlumberger was shy. Where's the Devon guys? Still nothing. All right. Halliburton and freaking Wall, Riven. So I made some money back here. What's going up? Wolf, they're taking up the semis. Some semis are going. They're taking up Wolf, the beaten down name. Are we on the charts? If I'm not, I apologize. Yeah, we are. Wolf, a beaten down. I mentioned before, Micron. Calls were flying. Look on TGH there. Here we go. Hold on. There's Micron. You know what? That's there's too much going on, and I'm being hypocritical. I'm not taking my own advice on concentrating about fewer positions. I can trade size. Just bang the winner. Here it is right here. Where are we? Value added. Where is this? This was 29 minutes ago. A ton of MU calls. I know I use a lot of caps. I'll get better, and the good ones. So where's 20 minutes ago on MU with the good calls going off? 20 minutes ago was where? 11:10. Let's go to 10:50. Right after it broke the high at 60.29, 68, it'd be 60 cents. But now what do you do now if you're in the position, even if you're in it? All right. Want to be the gap, MU. I want to see what has earnings tonight. Maybe they're front running something. Let's look at the rest of them. AMAT. I'll go right here. AMAT's got nothing. What's wrong with this freaking thing? Wall, I could have been somebody, should have taken it off. Morgan, Onion, Crocs, Elf, Coles, Juniper, out. D-Dog, I should short. Let's reshort. D-Dog, a reshort right here. You know what? 71.85. Paper trade. No, I'm only kidding. Oracle, Amazon. This net was holding in Nevada. Remember I mentioned before, those not Nevada taking those, what was it, August calls, Nevada. And why shouldn't it? Until it breaks. Why I wouldn't, keep doing it until it happens. Okay, anybody have any questions? G Money, talk to me, kid. Gerard's probably an older gentleman, doesn't like me calling him G Money. I know he answers less when I call him G. He answers more when I call him Gerard. I'll call you Sir Gerard for that one. I like that better. All right, macro looks. Paul putting in. Paul, we don't think you're trying to sell something, Paul. Always be prepared to change your mind. We know what to do. It's being able to to acclimate to market conditions. I wish I had an algorithm or a broader program just as buy a stock breaking high after 10 o'clock in the AM and then leave a 1% sell, 1% trailing stop. I wish it would be that easy. That's where something, resonates from, but you have to really rotate and learn. That's why I'm still here. Actually, I'm here because of passion. I'm not going to lie. And the willingness and wanting to teach. Hopefully I have the audience. All right. Let's leave it here. Wise guys. It's really about the wise guys today. And you know what? Who has earnings tonight? Bitcoin went up because of the banks. Bitcoin has been doing the opposite of the banks. It's been fairly obvious, if not blindingly obvious. Okay. Are they backing anything in up here? Ruco. Okay. BITO. They're taking off a little bit of Bitcoin here. I get it. Roku has earnings tonight. Stay tuned. While positive on the fundamentals, remain on the sidelines. All right, sidelines. That's fine. You know what? This Roku, I think we'll look at the implied volatility on Roku. Stock's going to move probably 8 to 10%. Why even bother? I can make just as I'll do very well trading it post market without any binary risk. That's the plan. And as I said before, right before here is Nevada calls. They're backing them up in August. They're backing this bastard up. Meta reports tonight. Remain outperformed. It's acting very well. Goldman calls. Look at you know what? This is interesting too. I was thinking about this before. They're going into more Qs. VVIX going lower. All right, as Low Jesus says, a little call buying surfaces and a few names giving things a little more bullish look out there. Flow less bearish in fins. Doesn't mean they're bullish. As well as aggressive put squeaking a couple names off the up and not worth anything. Okay. So Goldman, let's get into the big daddy. You know what? This held fairly well. After it was one of the first to come down, and then it's holding well. I mean, it's in the danger zone. Every moving average is the converging on one, and there it is. Even this, there it is, Goldman. But you know what? They got they got calls going out. You know what? They're smart because if they're going to do something, they're going with best of breed. Riven, we'll leave it there, guys. We have to leave it there. Been a while since you called me P-Rod. You do well. You know what? P-Rod, step up the plate and hit a freaking grand slam, and I'll call you P-Rod. You know what I mean? Give us a couple of doubles or triples. We communicate. We appreciate you communicating and at a very high level opinion. At that, I will get. Listen, you got great stats, P-Rod, no question. But you know what? You got to keep swinging. You're not here to walk and get on base. You're here for runs batted in. RBIs, they call it. Amazon bullish. Chasers climbing in. That's smart. Let's wait till Europe closes. That means the market's going up here. As my man says, chasers are climbing in. We like chasers. You want to know why? It's a reason for us to get out. Here are the chasers. Where's Ribbon? See, I still told the top is the market's chasing. So any other questions? Percy, I'm kidding you, man. You have to have actually, you don't have to have a thick skin. You just have to have a sense of humor in this business. All right, go to the TradeView stock page. As we're trying to eliminate the majority of other sites that everybody uses. And what I do is I go to the stock page. I go New York Stock Exchange stocks and I go, what's up big on the day? And I double click it. And I say, wow, Fisker, as I mentioned before, value added. You can just go to the chart. There's what Fisker's doing. It's breaking high. I wish Riven was doing the same. Chipotle Mexican Grill already brought it up again today. Capstar Financial. This one's interesting. See, hold on. I can punch it up. See, CPSR. This one's a funky situation. CPSR. Yeah. That is the snowflake. That's relevant. Snow, hold on. Snowflake. All right, there we go. Anything I'm interested in? Masco, I wanted to take this long. I had a friend talk me out of it. Opened up 5. Look at Masco. Oh, that hurts me. Masco. If I was I'm not sure if there's been a lot. Masco, I should have taken whatever. Let's go up here. Where's my WAL? We have to sell some here. Sell position, sell 4,000. I will sell 2,400, 3,880. Will he give it to me? He gave it to me. All right, we took some profits. Goodyear Tire. What's going up now? Schwab ripping. What's US Bank Corp? US Bank Corp, no interest. Stock should be positive. Okay, I gotta let it go. This is how I feel the market. Listen, I'll go to my main page. Pardon. The earnings list, obviously earnings are just as relevant tonight as they were last evening, meaning Microsoft and Google. So as we look at the main screen here, is Amazon's holding, Google's holding and a chance to go negative. Microsoft's in a nice range. So look at AMPH. It could have been someone. I bought it and I sold it at 160. Okay. It's yet to be determined if there's something still lying underneath, as you've seen in TradeGATEHub, of how, people are starting to, it's a lot more people are in the pool. So this is yet to be determined if this is something to build yet upon another stage or base to go higher, or an example of profit taking. And if you look at the screen and maybe look at the other sectors, that could be, let's look at General Motors. Had a chance to bottom after earnings yesterday, still right there breaking the lows. Stocks like Coca-Cola still pulling back a little bit. What are the other ones that had earnings a little? Boston Scientific, I gave an example for. It was Halliburton. Halliburton, do me a favor, man. Can you go up? Where is this? All right, Halliburton's better than 32.20. I'm almost even in this bastard. All right, what came to Juniper? Airline still having a hangover. UAL, let's look at the long term. Wall, I sold it. How much do I have left? 2,000. Nice sale, Mike V. I'll sell another 800 here. Try to go with the ask. 38.62. Mike V. Trading the ask here. All right. As rotation is still evident. All right. Tesla, Ribbon, Square, net was up nicely. Pin action, Roblox still can't get out of its way. So when stocks like Google, and Microsoft report good numbers, and there are still some sectors of weakness in stocks that should be going up. Roblox, Zscaler, by the way, stock like this has been down 9 days in a row. Is it really bullish that it's up a couple of dollars? No, it might be just some maneuvering, but as you can see, Nevada is breaking higher. So stay with what's working. With the option feed has been backing it up. And we'll see what's going to happen later in the afternoon. But until then, concentrate on fewer positions, start on lighter shares. Is that, the VIX is still, VIX went still pinned on the low. I'm actually become somewhat surprised. Here's the chart on the VIX, still holding in there. Actually, right now, it looks like it might base a little bit. Let's see what happens. EMPH, Coin, Mara, the dip. They gave you the dip, the sell. Now it broke high on Mara. Look at Mara. I saw Oprah. I saw Oprah. I saw Oprah Winfrey. I see P-Rod. That was last week, up 20%. Not bad. We'll take a 20% trade winner in a week. Oprah. I like it. I did see you want to add that one. I like Oprah. Nice. Listen. Not even overbought. Was Wall. They give Mike V at position. Mike V's at a Wall. He's not at a Hal. Riven. EMPH. So this is what I would do. All right, I'll leave it with this. It's an somewhat active and active morning. FRC bounce. Where'd that bounce to? FRC. Went from 470 the last one. I sold it 560. Just afraid of it. I've been not afraid of it. It's just you don't want these things to get halted. Amazon, shop. So I'm gonna another one, TTD. All right, so I'm gonna look TTD, man. This thing's on the launching pad, even though the CEO is blowing out of stock. But I'm gonna go right here to my stock scanner, and when I finish here, I'm gonna look at Coach's video at 9 o'clock that he did 9:30 Eastern on TradeGATEHub, right? YouTube channel. And right now, since I'm done basically for the morning, I'm only interested in this. Stocks up high on high relative volume. Stocks are trading 300, 300, 400% of its volume. That Fisker and D-Dog included. Oh, SAI, I missed it. So I'm going to go, just to see what's going to work, see what fits my type of style going into another active earnings evening, and even being aware of pin action and what economic numbers could be, in my way or in my path going forward as part of my plan. So until then, I thank everybody for sharing. Tune in and cheers.